For our digital storytelling project, our topic of discussion was goal theory. Goal theory is a motivational construct that focuses on performance and mastery of one's goals. Mastery is the desire to have a deep understanding of material being taught and its impact on your overall education. Performance focuses more on immediate results and grades rather than deep long-term comprehension.
The three subjects interviewed were Parker Ullman, Shoshana Rice, and Anna Emick, all from class 2017.
Parker is studying political science. His favorite class in high school was AP US History, which he took as a sophomore. He was asked what was on his mind when he was in class, studying, or taking an exam. He responded his class was filled with seniors and sophomores, so there was a competitive atmosphere in the class to outperform each other. He very much enjoyed studying alone because he saw the information as its own reward. During exams, he didn't compare himself to others, and he focused his attention on questions he could answer. He recollected best the topics that were discussed and contemplated in great detail.
The class that Shoshana was interested in was a writing course, and when asked about how much she felt she got out of the course, she responded that in the writing class, her interest would naturally lead her to write more, which then would lead her to feel like she improved her ability as a writer and got more out of the class.
Anna's favorite class is chemistry. I asked her if she gives up when she is faced with a difficult task or problem. Her answer was, "No, I usually take a break, and if I can't get the problem, I take it and try again in an hour. Normally, I get it the second time around because I'm determined to understand it."
Parker's least favorite class was chemistry. He was asked what types of tasks he preferred. He answered the easy and completable tasks. He often looked for the simplest means to the end, so that energy wasn't wasted and could be spent on subjects which he enjoyed and valued. If complex equations had to be used, he would simply plug in values and produce some answer, without really asking why that equation was used and what it represented. This, he said, just kept things simple.
A class that Shoshana was less interested in was biology, and when asked about her goals in the class, Shoshana said, "I don't like the material, and I find it hard to pay attention in class. When I work, I just do work for a grade, nothing more than that."
Anna's least favorite class is Spanish. I asked Anna if she prefers an easier task that she is more likely to get correct, or if she preferred a more challenging task that she may not do as well on, however, it may give her the opportunity to improve. Her answer was, "I prefer an easier task because it won't take me as long to finish. That way I can move on to other work that I believe is more important."
When it came to studying, Parker focused on what he needed to in order to get a good grade, rather than material that interested him. Stated simply, I had no interest. I just did what I had to get a B, so my GPA wouldn't be impacted too much. I knew I would have no need for chemistry in my career.
As Shoshana, if she felt pressure from how other people did in the class, or she even knew about how other people in the class were doing, and she replied that she didn't pay too much attention to the grades that other people were getting, because she didn't feel the need to understand things for the long run. It didn't matter how other people in the class were doing, because in the long run she wasn't going to go farther with the subject material, so doing well right now was the only thing that mattered to her. And however people were doing in the class wasn't really relevant to that.
Another question I asked Anna was if she finds herself feeling pressured by others' expectations or more her own. Her answer was, "I don't really feel pressured to begin with, but if I do, it's because I care only enough to get a good grade, so it doesn't bring down my GPA. But normally, I don't feel pressured by others."
So for our results, we found a positive correlation between interest in the class and mastery. The more interested a person was in the class made them want to master the class's information, while the less interested a person was in the class, the more performance-focused they were. The least favorite classes are still of personal value, and that students want to do well more so than learn well otherwise. It will reflect poorly on their GPA if they do poorly, which indicates a general lower quality of education and comprehension and does not show their full potential as students. So overall, making the class more applicable and making the students realize that what they're learning is relevant in life outside of class will promote mastery, which gives deeper understanding and more enjoyment for the learner and teacher, creating a better learning environment.